Right, GM everyone. So welcome to my live stream. You're watching from any of the social media handle from X. Sorry, I'm not Facebook right now. X, Twitch, and YouTube. So let's go back to where we stopped in the morning. In the morning, I told us that I made these two trend line, this one, where I told us that Bitcoin is going to face a major resistance for the first movement towards the upside. So at the moment, Bitcoin is at that particular point, 3,800, which is where we are first Bitcoin resistance. So if Bitcoin breaks this resistance right now, once we take out this resistance, because this resistance is a very big one. Why? What makes it big? All these things that happen here. To take out all this liquidity right here, not not a child's play, right? So that's why you see Bitcoin right now hanging around this area, goes up and come down again. Once we break out of this resistance, all right, we are going to have a free flow. We're going to flow from here to the next resistance. Now, the next major resistance we're going to have again after we are done here around 160,000 to 100,000. So it's important for you to understand this particular resistance right here is not easy. So if you are opportune to have Bitcoin retrace, you can still come in. But those of you that were on my stream in the morning, I believe by now you should have entered when Bitcoin dropped to 112,600, 112,500. I believe by now you should have entered because I told us on USDT dominance. I told us that USDT dominance is going to do something in the morning. That once that happens, you'll be looking for entry. So which is, I said on the daily, go to USDT dominance. I said on the daily, you see, the same place I said, I told us that USD dominance will retrace either to this point or to this point. And once it retraces, it will keep dumping because the daily is what? Bearish. But because 12 hours Bitcoin closure was bearish. Now, because of the 12 hours bearish candle of Bitcoin, that will enable us hours retracement, which has just a lapse. 12 hours has closed and we have entered in the last 12 hours of the day, which this particular USDT dump I told you in the morning, it's time to start the dump. So this particular dominance, like I said before in the morning, whenever this candle forms, whenever this candle comes to the market, it means that we're going to have some days of dump. This candle will produce this same candle again. It's going to produce the same candle again. So tomorrow again, we're going to still have another up and continue dumping again. So sometimes this candle we produce like 4 days, sometimes 3 days, sometimes 4 days. All right, before it will now reverse a little, because I told us that on USDT dominance on the weekly, that this USDT dominance is not totally bearish, but because this candle always produce pump and a dump, so we expect to see USD dominance probably within the week, maybe one more day, have a one more day an uptrend, up to here or something, or forming a doji at the end of the week, then next week the dump continue. But for now, let us enjoy these few days of Bitcoin ride. Now, okay, if Bitcoin, if Buron have started, why is my token, why is my token not pumping? Probably you should be a new person. I told us last week that Bitcoin dominance is pumping. Whenever Bitcoin dominance is pumping, it means that the bull run is going to start accordingly. Bitcoin takes the move. Bitcoin takes the move, pump, 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 and the Bitcoin will stop. Hand over to what? Ethereum. Ethereum will pump and hand over and call on all the entire altcoin to join him. So dominance is at 58.75 from 59. Is dropping little by little. It's not going to drop so fast because we're not in the alt section yet. We're still in the Bitcoin section of the bull run. Bitcoin will lead the way. That's why I see Bitcoin running. So before some people that are scared will come back to Bitcoin, Bitcoin is already at 180, 120. Because so many people are still waiting for Bitcoin to dump. We are not almost 114,000 now. We're almost approaching 114,000. Once Bitcoin breaks out of this resistance right here, once we are out of this resistance right here, I marked this place, I put my trend line. Once we are out of this place right now, we are going to 114 to 116. So before most people that are scared, that are thinking that we are going to one Bitcoin is going to dump, we will enter the market. We're already at 120 because Bitcoin has already done these levels before. It's not a new level anymore. It's not like when we want to go and break new. So the market is already all these things. We have already done 124 already before now. So to go back to them, it's only the resistance that will stop us. If resistance delay us, Bitcoin will break it. And because the market makers, okay, we already at 114. Some Bitcoin have entered 114. Market makers are going to make sure that they are going to approach Bitcoin very fast. So before the entire market, before everyone will join Bitcoin ride, Bitcoin has already gone far because they have already put fear in the mind of the public. So the retailers are scared. Oh, we are still going to dump because their favorite influencers are not posting about bull run. So 80% of them are still scared. So before they could realize what is going on, has already entered 120. Because most people will be thinking, when are we going to, I'm still waiting, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. You see Bitcoin at 120. Then people will start coming in. By the time it will be so obvious everywhere, Bitcoin has already got almost approaching the top. Now altcoin will start pumping. So they are trying to push Bitcoin very fast so that people that are still scared, before they will realize Bitcoin is already at 120. So before they will join, Bitcoin has already done half of the movement already. Probably imagine if we are going to Bitcoin have done 120, what is remaining? 20,000. Otilo. Imagine that Bitcoin last bull run of this year might end 124. 140. For example, 140. Why Bitcoin approach 120? It's almost over. Bitcoin will just approach. It will now go and take the highs of 124. Once it takes highs of 124, it will retrace. Altcoin will start movement. And before after being scared, Bitcoin have taken these highs. And once Bitcoin take these highs, Otilo, it will retrace. Altcoin will start moving. Bitcoin will now be slowing. Bitcoin will be consolidating. Altcoin will be pumping. More time, Bitcoin will continue again. Move. Enter 130. Before you know it, Bitcoin bull run his own part. It has already done his part because most people are scared. They have succeeded to put that fear. Now we're at 114. Within how many days? One day movement. We have moved from 109. We have not even entered 48 hours of this movement from 109 to 140. So imagine if this happen again by tomorrow, the level we're going to approach. So why Bitcoin is pumping? Every of Bitcoin retracement, altcoin will dump massively because right now Bitcoin is still having what? Dominance. Until Bitcoin dominance leave from 58 to 50, 56, 57, 55, then altcoin will start coming on. But for now, anytime Bitcoin retraces, altcoin will suffer. Get it in your mind. Don't feel like, oh, what is happening? My bags are not pumping. They will not pump for now. So it is only the high all these big caps following Bitcoin now, so likes of Ethereum, Solana, they will be pumping little by little. They will not, they will still not have that their wave because Bitcoin has the wave now. Now all these ones with high cap, they'll be following up, you know. But for us to have those parabolic of altcoin, Bitcoin need to go at least test 123 or around 120. It cannot slow. Then these ones will come. First of all, Ethereum will lead the way. If you watch the market, you can see everywhere is still red. You can see red everywhere, right? Because Bitcoin is pumping alone, 114. But all these small caps are still suffering. When Bitcoin retrace, now Bitcoin has not finally, it have not succeeded breaking out of this resistance. This resistance, it can still fall back. It's still here. We need to see a good spike to at least close to 114.5. But for now, it can still fall back. And if it falls back to 113 something, altcoin will dump more. So don't be surprised if your altcoin are dumping. It's Bitcoin is one causing it because of the Bitcoin dominance. So for those who are already aware of how bull run moves, you should already be aware that first of all, you're supposed to have position on Bitcoin first. You're supposed to have position your Bitcoin first before you talk about going to any altcoin, because the market starts from what? Bitcoin. Bitcoin starts the run, then others will follow. So for now, Bitcoin is still having the run. When Bitcoin has approached some level, then it will now reduce. As long as we're still at 58.7, it's still very high. So altcoin, the ones with large caps can be moving little by little. But the ones with lower cap, even the ones with high cap, when Bitcoin retraces them, they will drop. They will drop very fast. They will drop. Yeah, they will drop. All right. So for now, the show belongs to Bitcoin for now. For those of you that were here last week, when I was, is it Sunday or what? When I was saying on the space that we are not, the off season is not yet on. Bitcoin show first. Before this boy interrupted me, say altcoin season. I said, oh, guys, just hold on. When you see altcoin season, you will know. Bitcoin will run the show first. Bitcoin will run the show. Altcoin will be sleeping. You see this 73 you're seeing now in their dominance. This is just a show. Nothing is going on. It's just only all these big caps will be moving. Any small retracement from Bitcoin, it will drop them more. So Bitcoin need to get to some certain level and drop dominance. Once you see this Bitcoin dominance drop from this 58, your altcoin will be moving very well. If it drop 55, bro, altcoin, by that time you see Bitcoin will just stand one place, consolidating. Then if we now fall to 50%, everywhere don't sweet. So focus on Bitcoin dominance. If you are long enough, focus on Bitcoin for now. You can join other big cap. They'll be running. But smaller caps, when Bitcoin retrace, they will suffer more. Each of Bitcoin retracement, they will suffer because of the dominance has returned back to the owner. So that is it for Bitcoin. Ethereum is trying, but Bitcoin is still disturbing them. Bitcoin goes down now, they will drop. So Ethereum is very good, looking good. The pattern is very good. Has broken out of my trend line. All right. So what to now? Ethereum is moving. Solana, as we are trying about going to 212. So these are the big caps. They are moving. XRP, I think is moving as well. You can see BNB has gone back to 1K plus. OKB, all those ones with high caps, they are following up Bitcoin. So this show belongs to them for now. After which they will others will follow. So like I told you in the morning, the USDT dominance is bearish, right? So now we have done the 12 hours. 12 hours candle is over. Now we are going to run the remaining 12 hours, which is going to dump. It will be dumping and retracing and dumping. of USDT dominance, because this candle is a bearish candle. It's going to be from now till morning. Will be retracement, dump, retrace, dump, retrace, dump, morning. Then and definitely will still close bearishly. That means tomorrow also will be bearish on USDT. On USDT. But what's gonna happen tomorrow? It's gonna still pump until not dump it. All right, until maybe 2 or 3 days before we will now have 2 days of a retracement, because the weekly candle which will give us a little pump in the week, right? So you can see USD dominance on the 4 hours. You can see a massive drop going on USD dominance. So that's what we're going to see all throughout today, at least before when we get to this particular support. We can see if this support might hold it a bit. So we'll be having a little retracement around here, around this support on this drop of USD dominance. While we're having that support, Bitcoin will also be facing resistance. While USD dominance faced Bitcoin will be facing resistance. All right, so we need to see, we need to see Bitcoin move to 114.5. Because as long as it's still here, there's possibility of bouncing back to this place. So once we approach 114.5, 114.7, I think we're going to have a free flow until we approach here, almost 115.9. So guys, get position. Look for all those Bitcoin, all those coins that follow Bitcoin. What's it called? The likes of Litecoin, LTC. LTC should be supposed to be pumping now. All those Bitcoin narratives. It's still very good. 106. Still very good, and it will soon pump. So it's still at a very good price. Look for all these Bitcoin narratives. Start entering them for now. Those ones that used to follow Bitcoin, they are the ones that are for now. Before the other large caps will come in as well. But for now, altcoin, the entire altcoin will not come now. Any altcoin that is being parabolic now, those ones are memes. Only memes from the trenches are the ones that can be put in numbers now. So they can still rock pull you before the bull run will finish. Like I said before, be careful where you're putting your money. You're entering trenches. If you're going to make sure you are buying and you are very active, don't allow anybody to deceive you. They can rock pull it any minute. Trenches coin can be rock pulled any minute. So while you're buying, you make your mind there. So also put your eye on BSV and BCH. These ones are Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV. So they are all Bitcoin narratives. Very soon now you see them running. BSV, BCH. Just be watching them with one eye. Soon jumping the fence. Because they are Bitcoin narratives. They are all Bitcoin. Where is my BCH? BCH. So BCH and BSV, they're almost ready. Soon you see it have done the first pump and retrace. Next thing now you see it break out. First of all, focus on Bitcoin and their narratives. All these Bitcoin brothers. Focus on them first. Then Ethereum, Solana, those ones are moving. So before we reach the time of all these fun and this. But for now, enjoy Bitcoin show. The show belongs to Bitcoin for now. All right, that is all I want to tell you. I want to just inform you to get position, and remember, we are still trying to break out of this. We have not successfully finally break out of this resistance. We are still at this zone of resistance. Anything can still happen, which might bring Bitcoin back a little, back to this trend line, and push altcoin back. But if Bitcoin spike again, go to 115, 114.5, 115, and we're out. Then we'll be approaching the next side, this one and this side. So guys, enjoy yourself and make sure you are positioned. This person says check grass. Grass is a meme coin now, so Bitcoin have taken the show. They will be pumping, but they have, grass was able to steal the show very early. So grass have stole the show very early. Move, retrace, move again, and retrace. So grass is still bullish, but it's not going to pump like before again because Bitcoin have taken the show. Bitcoin have taken the show, so they will be pumping, but on a very slow movement right now from everybody. So the bull run has balanced. Bitcoin pump first and later drop back to Ethereum. Ethereum to Solana, Solana to and all the rest. So, but for now, Bitcoin has the show. Each time Bitcoin retrace, altcoin will dump. In case your bags are not pumping, don't worry. It is normal. Each of Bitcoin retracement now will affect altcoin. They will dump more. It is caused by dominance. All right. Because I saw some people in the comment section saying that your bags cannot pump now. The show belongs to Bitcoin first. Market is already balanced. Bitcoin have taken the show from everybody. So let him do his things and hand over for others to do their things. So let's see how we have tomorrow. Tomorrow is the end of the month. Let's see how tomorrow closes and the first of. Let's see what is going to happen in the month of October, and we believe we're going to have alt season probably by next month. We're going to probably have, because Bitcoin will be easing off the power. It will be releasing some power from the dominance while it's dropping it. Then some altcoin will be moving probably around 56 and the 55 altcoin. Right. So keep your eye in altcoin. When you see retracement position, yes, you have not entered the market. All right, there's still much time. Don't be in a haste. We still have October, we still have November, right? So we're going to be retracing. Market is not pumping straight. Market will pump, dump, pump again and dump, pump and dump. So all this resistance, right? All this resistance you're seeing right now, some of them will be pushing the market back. Some of them will return market back to this place to move again. Return, move. So market goes by waves. So don't go and make mistake. And for now, if you are buying your trenches coin, be very careful while you are buying. Don't allow all these fake idols that are posting things everywhere to this. If you are buying, put your stop loss. So some of them will rug pull. Before you make money, they have rug pull. Put your money and take your profit too. All these meme coins are not utility. They are not layer one. Some of them they created them last 2 months. Some of them they created them since last bull run. They have never touched them, and now they go bring them out again. So their assignment is to rug pull people and run away. Don't look at it. If you enter, secure your profit. They can rug it any minute. All these ones they are rushing to B and B chain. One time you might want to go and swap again. Your token, your $10 is gone. They will take it and keep it to $1. So may your mind the day. GM. Have a wonderful day again. From here is 10:57 p.m. Almost approaching 12 a.m. I'm gonna see you guys again during the Asia section. The has commenced. This is the last candle of UK, which will be closing very soon, closing about 1 hour plus. So the first sell of New York going to start by 5 p.m. UK time. So we're going to have a little retracement very soon. Market is going to retrace very soon again before the next pump of New York first candle open. You're going to still see a little retracement now coming very soon for the next wave of the pump. GM guys, always anything come to the X space and ask question, or always have your time to rewatch the videos so that you will not be making mistakes. So you will know when to enter and when not to enter. What I can do is to be always coming to make some posts on my X if I see anything happening in the market. Before this pump that happened now, I tweeted it. I told the people that market is about to pump. So when I see anything on the chart, I will tweet in case I'm not on space. All right. So people that want to position will position, and those that want to argue will also argue there. All right. Those people who feel like they know all, they can as well argue. So you always do your own research as well. The positioning. The bull run does not wait for anybody. As market is pumping, the days are counting. Before it will be noisy on the TL. Anytime you see it noisy on the TL, it's already coming to an end. It's getting close to an end. Get it now. You're not going to see anybody talking about bull run. Everybody is silent because they are not sure yet. Anytime you see it becoming noisy on TL, bull run is almost coming to an end. Anytime you start seeing them shouting, Bitcoin to 180, Bitcoin to 200, Bitcoin to 150, please start putting your stop loss. That's why I told the people to enter early. You see now, they are just silent because they are still waiting for the dump. But anytime they will start coming in, all the whole influencers will start coming in, start shouting to the moon, 180, 500, Bitcoin to 500,000. That time is when you're going to be very careful. That time, the market is already almost hitting the top. Okay. Have a beautiful night. From here, good night.